Yo, what's up? Probably gonna be doing this shit dolo. Now, anyway, people are already starting to get used to not seeing them. Shit's been fucked. Oh man, shit good. I mean, terrible, man. That's why it hasn't been one goddamn light shining right in my face. That's why I haven't done this in a while because shit just been terrible. But anyway, y'all know I went to Comic Con, whatever. Man, I got beat down to my goddamn socks out there. Now, what happened is, just in case people wanted to know, because they was up there watching videos in the J room and whatnot, stuff like that. Now I was planning to go up there with about $300, which is about just about how much you need for about 3 days of being up there, which would have actually covered what my expenses. What happened was an expense came up that knocked off almost $100, and about like 220 on me. You understand? Stuff came up, whatever. I couldn't make it there with the 300, which I was dipping into other funds in order to be able to get up there. Now I know what you're saying, but man, how come you won't take care of your responsibility? You're supposed to make sure things are paid for first before you take a trip. Because every now and then in life, you want to do something with life. That's the second time I've been out this year. Like, period. Like, literally. I don't get out. I don't do nothing. All I do is either I'm at work, I'm doing YouTube, I'm traveling, around Philly, getting equipment and shit. Man, I don't do shit. I don't hang out. I don't see no friends, nothing. All I do is this. You see what I'm doing right here, right now? Either I'm on this computer doing work, I'm in the middle of some other work I got to do, or I'm at the job. That's it. So when I seen that opportunity, I took it. Fuck it. I did one of them, the fuck it moments. Fuck it. Let's just go ahead and do it. Anyway, so I got out there with less money than I planned on anyway. Got out there in the fucking cold and rain. All I had was this vest on. I didn't think, because I'm reading the, I watched the weather app and whatnot. It didn't seem like it was going to be that cold. Now, with the information I have now, I would have brought a slightly heavier jacket, or at least a jacket with some sleeves, not a vest. You know what I'm saying? That would have been fine. It wasn't too bad. Like, this vest wasn't too bad out there. But if I'd had a jacket, at least I would have been absolutely comfortable. Like this, it was like, how you're not comfortable, but you're not completely like frozen or anything like that. It's just slightly discomfort. That's what it was. Like, I wasn't comfortable, but I wasn't too bad either. But if I'd have had some sleeves, I'd have been completely fine. Anyway, I get out there early in the morning. I had no. I went to McDonald's. The reason I went to McDonald's was raining like a motherfucker out there. I was trying to get out the rain. I was trying to get out the cold. I went and bought something to eat. The reason I bought something to eat because I wanted to eat at McDonald's and I had to take a piss. So that's what I was doing up there. I didn't even really want the food that much. I mean, I didn't eat much, but so I could have used the food. The food was terrible. But the main reason was to get out the fucking rain and cold and whatnot. And I was going to different places, and they wouldn't let you use the bathroom unless you bought something there. So I went to McDonald's, and it said that you had to buy something in order to use their bathroom. But and their restroom was fucked up. Damn door was off the hinges, like it's hanging by a fucking thread. Like the door was moving like this. Like the bottom of the door, the top of the door was actually hooked on, and the bottom wasn't. So it's going like this. And you slide the door, and when you pick the door, like in order to close the door, you got to pick it up, push it in. You got to lift and push, and then get the bottom part of the door and push that in, and it's got all these latches like in movies and shit like that. Like it was like 4 different locks on there. You just go. It was something like that, and the door was all tore up. Like it had like 2 metal sheets on it, and the middle of it like wood that was tore all up. Like it looked like it was gonna fall apart on you.
There you go.
Thank you. Looked like it was gonna fall apart on you. So that's. Okay, now get out of here.
Why are you so cruel?
I don't know what you're talking about. Now get out of here.
Oh God,
Yeah, there you go. Now get out of here.
in there.
No, it's right there on top of you. Anyway, damn, what happened? Oh, got done with the bathroom. Motherfucker was knocking on the door, trying to get me up out of there. And I had to go back out in the cold. Got over to Comic-Con. I found the place. And you already know what happened. I'm the first one there again. Everybody else was late as shit. Well, Jolton didn't come. No, Jolton was pretty much on time. He came. I waited maybe 10 minutes before he showed up. So Jolton showed up. So I'm sitting there waiting for him. What you call him? Zorro walks past. He doesn't even see us. We up there waving and whatnot. He still doesn't see us. I had to go out there and track him down. Got him. Then we see King of Lightning come past. He's walking past, and he doesn't see us, and we're waving him down. He still doesn't see us. I had to go out there and track him down. Then everybody met up. I think Bob had to go through another door. So what happened was he had to find us. So he found us, whatever. Everybody hooked up and whatnot, and we just went to a few different panels and whatnot. We went to one damn panel, man. Shit was fucking ridiculous. Oh yeah, we met up with Darius after that. After we went to a couple panels and whatnot, we come back. Darius called. He finally made it. He was late because his plane got, I don't know what happened. Anyway, I think he missed the plane also at the same time. First off, the plane was late, and he missed the next plane or something like that. I can't remember exactly what happened, but he got there late. But after we went to a couple panels, he found us and whatnot. And then we went to this one fucking panel. This shit was crazy. It was called Birthday Boys or something like that. And I swear to God, these guys they were supposed to be like comedians, but their comedy was so fucking dry, man. It wasn't even funny. It was so boring and unfunny. It wasn't even funny. That's how bad it was. I think they might have had two jokes that might have got a brief chuckle. I mean, the shit was crazy. They had a whole bunch of dumb shit. And I sat there and I fell asleep in the panel. I'm sitting there like this with my arm like this, sleeping and whatnot. And one of the funniest jokes that I heard from that panel was when the first guy first comes on. He said, we're gonna run through a couple quips, then we might flip, then we're gonna trip. And then he started rhyming. And now it was so fucking sad. And that was one of the funnier jokes. Like seriously, it was so damn dry. But what really caught me off guard was when they had some of the people from the audience get up, right? Oh man, this part was actually funny. Dude gets up and he says, "You guys are so fucking funny." He said, I was listening to you guys on my headphones, and I went into the grocery store, and I was laughing so hard I had to be escorted out of the grocery store. And I'm looking at this guy. I said, are we talking about the same Birthday Boys, or was one of your friends, and he just happened to be his birthday, and he was making jokes? What? You're not talking about these guys. You know, the guys were fucking corny as shit. The shit was corny as hell. I don't know if you guys went to that panel, but that shit was stupid, man. And King Philly, he spelled my name wrong. It's Miyn, Mean, aka King Philly, starring MangaMiyn and Snow Dogs. Oh, okay, yeah. So this. But anyway, we got done with that. What you call him? Me and King actually treated me to a damn or what they call a Philly cheesesteak. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it wasn't bad for a fake ass steak, but I'm used to the good stuff because I'm a Philly boy. I'm used to the good shit, So we ate that, right? Like he went and got himself one, and he just said, "You want one?" I said, "Sure fucking thing." You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna turn down no free food. He said, "You want one?" Goddamn, I was like, "Yeah, you motherfucking right." He got me one, right? But here was the problem with the steak. First off, the bitch was $10. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about it. I'm just talking. I am complaining, but I'm not complaining about the fact that he got it from me. I appreciate that. I'm just saying, like, this stand was selling for $10. I ain't had to pay for it, so I was mad about that. I'm saying like $10 for that, and the fucking steak was about that big. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had to pay for it, I'd have been mad. You know what I'm saying? I would have been mad. Another thing was it was a little dry. They ain't have no ketchup, no mayonnaise going. Like you put take a cheesesteak, put that mayonnaise on that bread, right? Like that's how you make it. Put the mayonnaise on the bread, mix that cheese in, boom, put the ketchup on top, and you gotta have don't leave that steak on that grill that damn long. Cause it fucking coagulates and that shit get dry as hell. That's what they did. But anyway, it was decent. It wasn't bad, you know. Where was Larry? I don't know. So anyway, we went and got that, and I was trying to tell King about the real steak. I said, man, I said I can tell you about these steaks, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, matter of fact, we don't just have like people think it's just cheese steaks. We got what's it? Hoagie steaks, pepper steaks. You know, we got different types of steaks. But you got the plain old regular cheese steak. The hoagie steak is like it's like a hoagie. Well, if you don't know what a hoagie is like a what they call it in other cities. What they call it, subs, like you know, like in Subway, you get them subs. I think they call them or heroes. I think they call them heroes in New York. You got vegetables and shit like that on it. So you take a cheesesteak, you put lettuce on it and put vegetables and stuff like that on it. Then you got yourself a hoagie steak. Then you got a pepper steak. That's when you got the cheesesteak, but you got peppers and stuff like that mixed into it. Some of them pepper steaks, you know how to make that shit is nice. I ain't gonna lie, that shit good. If you know where to get them from. I had got one that was so damn good. Shit. Felt like a party right on my damn taste buds. So anyway, you got to know about these steaks. Okay, so anyway, after that, went to a couple more panels. Then we went out to eat. Then we went to wait, damn, what we do? Shit. Did we go to eat? I think we went and ate. I think. And after that, that was it. We went to everybody headed home. Me and Darius was rooming in the same hotel. Well, Darius had got the hotel, and he let me stay there. Shit, I wouldn't have been able to make it if it wasn't for that. I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't have been able to make it. I would not have been able to make it. Anyway, we get to the train stop, right? And we gotta take the bus over the bridge. And it's nothing but a 5-minute ride, like tops, like literally. The ride might have been only 3 minutes. The fucking buses wasn't running because we got there too late. We had to take a cab. So, oh no, my bad. That ain't what we ain't go nowhere to get something to eat. We went to a bar and played ping pong. I mean, not ping pong, beer pong. That's what happened. Now, anyway, we playing beer pong. I was doing my fucking thing. We got down to the last cup and I lost, right? But I ain't want to lose. The main reason I ain't want to lose because I ain't want to drink another cup of beer. I can't stand beer. Beer tastes like shit to me. And I'm not an alcoholic, like at all. Like not even like I can drink all night, right? Let's say I can get falling down drunk, whatever, don't matter. And when I wake up to the next morning, I have no desire for alcohol at all. I don't. It's just not. It ain't me. I don't desire alcohol at all. I think that's probably a blessing, like you know, because I could drink some alcohol, which I do very, very, very rarely. Like the last time when you seen on that video when I was playing beer pong, that's the last time I drunk since then. You know, that's the only day. Those 2 days, the only days I drunk this year. Well, no, the time I drunk before that was actually at Sakura Matrimony. So I don't. My body does not want alcohol. I don't need to. You know, I don't need to do that. Anyway, I wanted to win. Just so I went because the last cup was mine. I didn't want to drink it. That was the main reason I wanted to win. I didn't even really care about the game. I just didn't want to drink that last cup. Like at first, the first cup, swoop, the second cup. Once we got to like the third or fourth cup, I had to start sipping on it. Shit was nasty. I think Barry said he didn't like it either. He said, man, I can't stand beer. He said it tastes like shit. And it does. Anyway, we played beer pong. At first I was gonna play wild because I really don't drink. Another thing was you need another partner, and Darius wasn't playing. So Darius said, you know what? I'll play. I said, all right, if Darius playing, I'll play. You know, and on top of that, I never played beer pong. I said, you know what? Why not try something new? Now, being that Darius was paying for the hotel, or he had already paid for the hotel and let me stay there, when we went to buy the beer, I bought it. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is the least I can do. I said, just when he went to pull out his money, I said, man, don't worry about that. I got this. You know what I'm saying? Paid for the beer, played beer pong, did what we had to do. Now, back to where I was saying, we get done, and what am I trying to say? Oh, yeah. Get to the bus terminal, it's shut down, it's closed. So we had to take a cab. Like I said, Darius got the hotel. The least I can do is pay for the cab. It was a 3-4 minute ride. Like literally, all we did was go over a bridge. That was it. Go over a bridge, maybe go like half a mile down, and that's where the hotel was. $40. That killed me. I mean, I was dead. I mean, it killed me. I was dead. I was like, I mean, I was crying. And when the dude told me, he said, you can catch a cab. That's the only way you're gonna get over there. He said, but it's gonna cost you some money. He said, you might be able to catch one for maybe $20-something or something like $20. I said, oh, all right, I guess I have to. And then when I get in the cab, I said, how much? He said, $40. I said, $40? I said, are you kidding me? Are you serious? I said, can you repeat that? He said, $40. I said, $20? He said, 40. I said, did you just say $15? You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't believe it. I said, all we doing is going over that bridge. That's all we doing. We're just going over a bridge. It's not even a 5-minute ride. It's not even 5 minutes. He said, $40. I said, damn. I said, I got this, right? So I paid for the cab ride for both of our fares, you know, for the whole ride. We get there, go to sleep. We went to sleep at it was like 3-something in the morning, like 3:30. I got to sleep, I think it was. I got up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Wait, was it 8 o'clock or 7? It was early. I ain't slept number like 4.5 hours though. I can tell you that. Shoot, got up because my body's used to waking up at certain times, and I don't sleep like that. I don't sleep no 8 hours. I can't function off of 8 hours. Like to me, 8 hours is a sin. To sleep that long, a third of the day. That means like out of every 3 hours, that's an hour out of your day. I can't do that. I go for maybe 5 hours. That's an extra 3 hours for me to outdo everybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's an extra 3 hours out of the day, if not a little bit more, to outdo everybody else, or try to outdo everybody else. Anyway, get up, got dressed, whatever. Uber didn't show up. So I called him up. What's going on, Uber? Or I can't show up. So, all right, why not? He said, man, I'm hurting for certain. I said, all right, I got you. Because we were getting ready to go to the movie. I said, I'll take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Plus, on top of that, I ain't going to lie. Uber gave me $10, you know, the last trip. Although I did buy him those, that milk bone toast. So we pretty much cleared that up then. I think it was like, what he got, like 3 of them? I had got them for him, right? And on top of that, I was going to pay for him to get, see the movie, see the movies. We was going to see Guardians of the Galaxy. I wanted to see that. I put that 15 up for him, but I'm not counting. I'm just saying that because we had got to that little discrepancy. You know what I'm saying? As far as that go, him giving me that $10, I wouldn't mind giving some. If somebody give me $10, I'll give him 25. And it's not to say I'm trying to outdo somebody. It's just the fact that I'm not counting like that. You did something good for me, we boys. I'm gonna look out for you too. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I did not account for that cab ride. I mean, the bus ride was $3. Cab ride, 40. These guys lost their minds. $40 for a cab ride, and it only cost $3 for the bus ride. Thank you. So yeah, so there's a $37 difference. You understand? Now I can understand that with the cab's gonna cost more, but $37 more. That's what's that? 13 Actually 13.5, no, 13.3 times that amount. Nah, it don't cost that much more in gas. Anyway, they got me with that. We get up. Uber said, you know what, I'm gonna come. So being that he was, I was gonna look out for him in terms of the movies, which I ain't got no problem doing. You know, I'm that type of dude. Even though they made me look like a jackass in that video, I'm that type of dude. I looked out for with the beer, the cab ride. Not only that, Cole, he looked out for me. He got me that food. I looked out for him. I had got him a gift. I got him a necklace, right, which was worth that same amount of, it was the equivalence of what he gave me. But I'm not counting. I'm just saying that just for somebody who sits there and say, you got him a piece of bullshit. No, it wasn't. That was what I got him was nice. It was nice. The motherfucker was playing with it the whole day. In his words, this is my shit. What I got him, I mean, he was loving that. And I might have another one for him if we meet up again, if I got the bread to do it. Anyway, damn, let me see what else happened. So we get back, we gotta go to Times Square, right? I kept calling it Town Square. And I was like, Uber, we meeting up at Town Square. He said, what is that? I said, you don't know what Town Square is? And he said, no, I don't. I said, Town Square in New York City, in Manhattan. I said, it's close to, I think, what is it, 38th Street or 36th Street? And then he said, are you talking about Times Square? I said, oh, yeah, that's what I meant. For some reason, my brain was, I kept thinking that was a name for some reason. I know the name, but for some reason, it flipped around in my head. So anyway, everybody gets there. What you call him? Zorro showed up extra damn late. Uber was late, but Zorro showed up extra late. But Uber had just found out that he was going to come that morning, so can't really say nothing about him. Anyway, we meet up. Uber tells us his story. Uber's going through a little struggle himself. I ain't going to tell his story because that's his own personal business, and I'm not going to sit there and tell people business like that. It wasn't too bad, though. He got out of it, you know what I'm saying? But he's still in the trenches a little bit. Anyway, what we do after that? Oh, yeah, we go see the movie. Guardians of the Galaxy. Great movie, man. I enjoyed it. Worth the $15. What happened after that? Oh yeah, then that's when we go to the damn Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no, before that. When we met up at Times Square. What you call him? Darius was telling me he never had a soft pretzel. I said, are you fucking kidding me? So I went and got a soft pretzel. Here you go. Try that out. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make sure I'm looking out for people. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I was the navigator. Like, if it wasn't for me, Darius had been lost in the sauce. So I got him through New York safely. So let's not say I wasn't doing nothing. I just want to let it be known. And at that point, when we was at Times Square, that's when y'all see that video when we was arguing. Me and Darius was arguing with Cole about novels. He said novels that don't have pictures are better. And in my mind, I'm not saying that a novel without pictures can't be better, but I'm saying that they take a novel without pictures and add the visuals to it, that makes it better. Or they have a novel that just has pictures. It could be just as good or even better than one without it. He was saying that if you take out the pictures and add the dialogue in order to replace that, then it could be just as good. And I'm not disagreeing with him with that, but I'm just saying, like, there's nothing wrong with pictures. I don't know. I think he just prefers it without pictures. I think that's just his own personal bias. But I do agree with him that if you do replace the pictures with dialogue, yeah, it could be just as good. I've read books without pictures plenty of times, and it didn't make it any worse. But at the same time, if you add the pictures so I can see what's going on, I think that makes it better. If you take whatever you got and add to it, it's better. That's how I feel. And I think most of the world agrees with me. So that's what happened there. Then we went and see the movie, whatever, yada, yada, what have you and whatnot. We go to, after that, we go get something to eat. And that's when y'all got the infamous video. Look, this what happened. Y'all got to see my side of the story, man. Cause they beat me down to my goddamn socks. Y'all got to hear my side of the story before y'all start passing judgment. Cause y'all seen that video, it made me look like a jackass. Anyway, we get there. Now, I already know Uber was strapped. He was strapped up with a 45, right? And he said just in case somebody messed with him, he was strapped. I'm just joking. He wasn't strapped. He was strapped for cash. So, you know, he just had a little bit of money on him. I said, you know what? And I thought that I was going to have enough because I wasn't going to order nothing spectacular off the menu. I was going for some soups that was only $5. I wasn't spending no money. You know what I'm saying? So we go there. Oh, no. First, we got the milk bone toast. Demolished that. Then we went to the place, you know, after that. Knowing he was strapped for cash, I was like, man, if you need something, I got you. Because I was only going to order something cheap off the menu anyway. So I would have had a couple of dollars left over, even with the cab ride, you know, beating me down to my goddamn socks. So I would have had a couple of dollars left. And I said, you know what? I got you, Uber, right? So what happened was everybody orders their food. Motherfuckers ordered, Bankai ordered a damn $100 meal and shit like that. Motherfucker was eating like a king. When I say he ordered some jambalaya, something like that. Look, it was basically they took a whole aquarium, right? All like it was like a natural habitat full of fucking fish and shrimp and lobster and all that. The whole habitat they put inside of a damn pan and fried it. That's what he got. Everybody ordered. I ordered two bowls of soup, $5. So I spent $10. 2 bowls of soup. When I say soup, and these soups are so damn, these motherfuckers cheating the shit out of me. Cause I got a crab soup and shrimp, crab soup and oyster soup, right? The oyster soup had they had like 3 small ass oysters like this. The meat in it ain't nothing but that fucking big. It was mainly broth. And then they had some tofu in it. Enough where both of them was enough to satisfy me enough where I wasn't yearning for food. The next thing was the crab, I think. Was it crab? I think it was crab, but it was like 2 pieces of crab meat in that bitch. I'm telling you, it was just basically broth, water. I was drinking hot water with some tofu. With like a couple pieces of tofu. That's what I had. Now, Jotin, he got this bright idea. He said, "Oh, guess what? They got something called strip beef or something like that when they cut the beef into strips and it looks, thin ass strips. And it was good, don't get me wrong. Thin ass strips like this, like real thin, right? And fried on both sides. And they was eating them medium well, but I'm not a medium well type of guy. But being that it was so thin, it was pretty much cooked all the way through. It wasn't well done, so it wasn't fried. But at the same time, even though it was medium well, it was so thin, it's pretty much cooked all the way through. I didn't have to worry about it. There wasn't no pink in it and nothing like that. Anyway, he orders that. And I'm telling you, these sheets would look like this. This was a sheet of beef. It damn near started the beef. It was like that thin, probably a little bit thinner than this, and about this long. It was like this. Take this and make it a little bit thinner. It was that's what that shit was. It was like this. That's how, and it was. You get 2 of them for what is it? $35. $35. She was $35, man. She almost killed me, man. So what happened was they said, you know what? Everybody gonna share. 3 people ordered it, right? So 3 people got 2 strips like this, small as hell. And you understand when you cook beef, it shrinks. It does shrink. So even though it's this big, once it's cooked, it's not really as big as it looks. You know, so they cooked it, right? Passed out the food. I'm not paying attention to what everybody else is getting, right? They cut the beef up into little ass strips. Let me see. When I say little strips, like this. Hold on, let me get this. Little ass strips. See this FYE reward card? That was the size of the strips. That big. That this is about the exact size. This is actually a very, very accurate size. It was about this. She put 2 strips on my plate. I demolished it. Right? So everybody eating, right? So I go in for seconds. I grab one. She put 2 more strips on my plate. I ate that. So I had maybe 5, 6 strips, right? When I talk about strips, I'm talking about the size of that business card. That's all I had. I ain't have much, right? So anyway, bill comes out, right? No. Anyway, what happened was, after that, I said, okay, my soups was only $10, right? I still had about $45 on me, right? I said that was only 10. I said, okay, cool. I go get me a drink, right? I ordered a drink. The lady told me it was 8. The shit was $10. So they bamboozled me again, right? So the lady bamboozled me. It cost $10. No. She didn't say $8. She said it could be between 6 or 8. She said either 6 or 8, something like that. So I'm calculating for 7. I get the drink, it's $10. You know what I'm saying? So that was it. So it was $20 for that meal. So the meal I ate was only $10, plus plus 5 little, I'm gonna say 6, just to be fair. 6 small ass little pieces of beef. You understand? And that beverage that cost $10. I was fucked up. I said, okay, $20, right? They bring the bill out, right? And they said, being that everybody was eating the beef, we'll all divide it up. And don't get me wrong, that's fair. It was fair, right? And we divided amongst everybody that was eating it, right? Which was me. It included 5 people. $17 and $17. They wanted everybody to chip in $17. All I had was 5 pieces. 5 little, I mean, the shit, the pieces look, what am I trying to say? The pieces I got was maybe, shit. Take this cloth and cut it like this. That strip, that's $17. This strip on not this. That's what I had. $17. Well, let's say about that. $17 for that. For that. Come on, motherfucker, please. Nigga, please. Nigga, please. I turned right around the Uber. I said, yo, I had half a little piece. I'm about to let it be known. I told him that before I even did it. I said, yo, I had half a little piece of fucking beef, right? I said, how many pieces did everybody eat? I said, we'll divide it up. If you got 5 pieces, whatever, okay, let's say there was each strip was cut up into about 15 pieces. I think each strip was each strip produced about 15 pieces, something like that. And it was like 4 strips. I got 5 pieces. Okay, oh, no, my bad. Let me be fair. It could have been 6, so I'm gonna say 6 pieces, right? So that leaves another, what is it? It was 4 strips times 15. That's 60 pieces that I got 5 of. Come on, motherfucker, please. Nigga, please. That's what and this is the thing. I was willing to pay it, and I did pay the $17. You know what I'm saying? But here was my problem. Okay, if I had the money like I wanted to, and it cost $17, okay, we boys, we all together. That's what Uber was saying, and he thinks that I was disagreeing with him, and I wasn't disagreeing with him with what he was saying. We all boys, we all together, we all chip in. Cool, that's fine for me, but not when you beat down to your goddamn socks. I had $45 on me. I had less than $45. I had $42 and some change on me. That's all I had. And the meal came up, and then when we added in the gratuity, first off, the gratuity, my share of the gratuity, like My food that I ate other than that beef was $10. No, it was 20 because the drink. Never mind, my bad. But anyway, the gratuity was another $7. I said, oh nigga, please. So I got about, it wound up costing me $42. And I had, no, it cost me $41 that I gave up out of my pocket. I only had 40 something dollars and some change. Like, what was it? Like, no. It cost me $41. No. It cost me 40. My bad. It cost me 40 on the dot, right? And I was still short. I was $5 short. That's how, you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not saying that I shouldn't have chipped in. I did chip in. But the problem was I was beat down to my goddamn socks. You know what I'm saying? Last time we did that, right? I had ordered a meal that was $10. I paid $25 because everybody just took the bill and just divided it amongst everybody. I said, that ain't fair. That's what I said. I said, that ain't fair. I said, I spent $10 on the food. This was back at Soccer Matrimony. I spent $10 on the food, right? My food came out late, and the lady hit me in the head with a plate. So all that happened, and I still had to pay $25. My food came out late. I only had one burger, and it was only $10. My whole meal only came out to $10. No, it was $12. $12, right? I paid $25, more than double, even though my food was late and I had to sit there and watch everybody else eat. And when the lady came out with the plate, like this, the thing she's walking around, she spins around without looking at me, bow, hit me right in the head with the damn plate. So I'm already mad about the meal, and the meal wasn't even that good. I mean, well, the food was pretty good, but I mean, the experience, the whole dining experience wasn't even that good for me. And I still had to put up $25, but I did it without complaint because we boys, we together. You know what I'm saying? I'm with that. I'm with that up to a certain point. If somebody ordered something for $2,000 and everybody got chipping, hell no. You know what I'm saying? But $25, we all can chip that in. You know, no problem. You know what I'm saying? But the only reason I started bringing that stuff up was later on because I ain't had no damn money left. Look, if I had money, and then we had to pay the $40-something on it, I'd have been like, boop, 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 here you go. But when you get beat down to your goddamn socks, things change a little bit. And you saw what Zoro said. Zoro and I think Zoro said him and Bankai chipped in and paid off Uber's gratuity. So nigga, please, you know what I'm saying? So we boys, if I'm $2 short, I'm gonna look out for you. We boys, you understand? But at the same time, when I ain't got it, I ain't got it. I told them like if I come up, I'm looking out for everybody. I'm gonna make sure I look out for everybody. I ain't that type of dude. But they made it seem like I'm that type. Like he said, I'm the type of dude where everybody chip in for some weed and I wouldn't go to the store to get it. I mean to get the rolling paper or whatever. That damn sure ain't the case. I was looking out for people that whole day. Man, I just paid for you to get into the movie theaters. I ain't mad because, like I said, Uber is right, but he didn't calculate in the fact that I'm beat down to my goddamn socks. Like that's all I had left was a shirt on my back when I got back home. You understand? And last time, like I said, I didn't even have enough money to catch the train back home. I was stranded. I said, yo, I got $40. Here's what I got. Now I'm a little bit short. I was like $5 short, right? I said, but I need this money in order to even make it home. I'm keeping this $2 and change. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving up no $2 and change, but I need that to get home. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? So things change when you broke down to your damn socks. Like if I had the money and they said $17, I'd be like, yo, you know what? We boys, whatever. Boom. That's the difference. But it's a different situation when you're looking at, damn, this is every last dollar I got. And if I give it all up, I can't even make it back home. Fuck that. It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Like Uber, come on, let's be real. Let's be real. Uber ain't that guy. He'll put up his money if he got it. I'm not trying to, bash him, bash him. This is some kind of bashing section, trying to, undermine his character. He's not a bad dude. And he will hold his end of the bargain to what he said. He will do that. You know what I'm saying? He's done it. So I'm not saying that, but at the same time, what I'm saying is I've done it. And I've done it under worse conditions where I went into they went in there, ordered maybe something like $25, $30 and then paid $25. I went in there, ordered something $10 and paid $25. I went in there and ordered something $10 again, well, $20 again and paid $40. You understand the difference? You know what I'm saying? So I can do it too. I do it too. But here's the problem. If he would have been down to his last dollar and he knew, okay, damn, I owe $5. But if I give him this $2 that I got just to, make up the difference, I won't be able to make it home. Guess what he's gonna do? Keep his $2. Remember, ain't that what Zoro said? Zoro said he paid off that gratuity, right? Uber made it home. He had enough to make it home. He made sure he had enough to make it home. I was doing the same thing. I was trying to make sure I made it home. That's all. I just wanted to make it home. I just didn't want to spend the night on the street. That's all I did. I just didn't want to spend the night on the street. That's all. It was acting like I was some big old, crying ass, irritating dude. That wasn't. I just didn't want to be on the street for the night. You know what I'm saying? I got beat down to my goddamn socks over 5 pieces of beef. I mean, small. The shit. Look, if you looked at my plate, right, the residue on the plate. Now they kept saying you can't bring up the residue on the plate. Yes, we can, motherfucker. Because if I seen somebody plate, the whole plate was full of beef sauce. That means they had a nice bit of beef on their plate. The residue on my plate was only in the corner. It was about that size. This was the size of the residue on the corner of the plate because I only had a couple pieces. You know what I'm saying? So that was the case with that. Not saying that was right. They was right. But adding to the factor that I was beat down to my goddamn socks. I ain't had shit left. You know what I'm saying? I was worried about being on the damn street when I got back. So that was the case with that, just in case you guys was wondering about that. After that, went to the bus stop. I had to wait 2 hours in the damn cold, and all I had was this on, and I had to put my arms in. I'm like this. This is what I was like at the damn bus stop. I put my arms in, right? Zip this up, and put my. I ain't even had my hat on. If I had this hat on, I'd probably been all right, because this hat is actually pretty warm, and I'm getting ready to get another one that's actually a lot warmer. I gotta spend that money. I don't fuck with the cold. The hat is gonna be like $30, but they said it's gonna be on sale for maybe like $25, and it's way better than this hat. It's about twice as warm, so I gotta get that. Anyway, I put my head in this like this and zipped it all the way up, and I had my head out like this, waiting for the bus. That's how I was the whole time, waiting for the bus for 2 hours straight, just in the cold. And then I got back home, caught the bus back home, and I was locked the hell out. I got home around 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And I was locked out. Like I went to the door, I tried to open the door, like I got a key. But for some reason, the key wasn't working. I couldn't get in. So I was locked the hell out. I had to beg for somebody to come out there and open the door for me and get me in. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, well, I ain't gonna tell you my living situations. I live with one. I pretty much live with one person, but I don't live with one person. It's a weird kind of living situation. No, actually 2 people, but I kind of don't. It's complicated the way I live. Okay, let me go ahead and see the and I got work tomorrow, so I ain't gonna be on here all night just in case you guys wondering. It's not going down. I'm gonna go ahead and see what's going on with you guys real quick. And then that was pretty much it for that. Oh yeah, somebody had something they wanted to talk to me about. They wanted me to talk about. I'm gonna go see if I can find out exactly what it is. Okay, hold on. Let me go to the thing. Damn, where is it? Am I still whipping the fries? Yeah, I am. But they wasn't like they just now started to give me some hours at the at the workplace. Like I've been working there for going on 3 months, and what happened was I wasn't getting no time. Like I had got a check for fucking hardly nothing. Like I mean, like 2 weeks. Like you only get, and I get paid. Like I get paid not bi-weekly, more than that. I get paid maybe every 16 days, about 15, 16 days. I get paid 15 days, then 16 days. So is that the same as bi-weekly? No. That's a big, like people thinking, Well, bi-weekly is only 14 days, so 16 days ain't the big deal. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You get paid twice a month. So with a bi-weekly, it's gonna be some months where you get paid 3 times. Now you ain't gonna get no more money, but you get money's more readily available. You understand? Like I might have a bill due on the let's say a bill due at in 3 weeks, right? I just get my check and I spent it and find out that, oh damn, I got 2 weeks to get this check. I mean to pay for this bill. Well, that 2 days is gonna make you late. Or let's say that 2 days, like if you get the money for your check and you can make it, you can pay your bills, whatever, you pay your rent, whatever. 2 days to be late for rent, that'd be a $50 late fee or however much late fee. You understand? So that's what it is. Somebody says how's my eyes doing? My eyes are better than what they was because I got these glasses and I got flux. I got flux, so that helps. Okay, so damn, what was I saying? That I got to the flux part and forgot where I left off. Oh yeah, so them 2 days make a big difference. Like I said, you got some months where you get paid 3 times. You understand? And that money goes so damn fast, man. You know what I'm saying? That money goes so damn fast, it ain't even funny. So yeah, I'd rather get paid bi-weekly. Be some of the months where I get I get paid 3 times. Hell yeah. No question. You know. And then I had some bills that was already back, and I kept saying, "No, I'm going to take care of it. I'm gonna take care of it. Get the check, then find out it ain't what you think it is, and the next thing you know, you gotta do all other kind of, like instead of just paying off like I wanted to, just pay to do boom boom. What I had to do was give them a little bit on it. I said I can't pay the whole thing off. I can put something on it. I wanted to put $200 on this bill. I couldn't do that. I had to go down to $75. You understand? And pray they don't cut me off. And what's the thing that somebody? What the hell? But somebody asked me. Okay, well let me just see what's going on over here in the Miynstream. Okay, yeah, Miynstream is somewhat back. Man getting trolled in real life too, pretty much. Who was that little kid? That's my nephew. Where was Larry? I don't know. King of Philly. That's what you want to call me. Starring MangaMiyn, starring MangaMiyn, Snow Dogs already said that. I love the birthday boy. No, you better not. This dude said he loved the birthday. You know what? I'm about to ban this boy right now. I'm about to ban him right now. Why'd I get my hair cut? I already told people it was a broke cut. I got my hair cut because I couldn't keep running around trying to figure out who's gonna braid my hair all the time. You understand? Like I might have an important, like I knew I was gonna have an important meeting at certain points in time, or I had to do this and do that, and I couldn't afford to get it done at the salon at the drop of a dime. Like if it's an emergency, I might have to go to the salon, and I don't have that much money to get it done. So I said, just cut it off, and I just cut it. That's what happened. Am I gonna grow my hair back? Hell yeah. I'm gonna be rocking the fro for a little while. And no, I'm not trying to be like Uber. I had the fro for a long time. People don't know. Before I had the cornrows, the braids, and the plaits, and all the other shit, I had a fro for a long while, for a long period of time. Then what the hell is that? Oh, I heard some beep. Yeah, I had it for a long period of time. So that's that case. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna be going to that for a minute. But what I didn't like was people kept saying, now you look civilized, and now you might be able to get a job. That should not be the case. It should not. Certain people have different hair textures, so they're gonna have different hairstyles. Let's be realistic. Certain people have hair that you can, that you might want to braid. Why? Their hair texture is different. They might walk around with afros and whatnot. Some people might have dreadlocks. They said that that's not civilized and it's gang attire. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's what people said. Now society can bend over for you if you bend over for society. No, society would never bend over for anybody. It would never. Like, period. I think what he meant by that is that if you cut your hair and you know, start cooning and shit like that, you know, like one guy was telling me, he said, what you need to start doing is be more Anglo. Change your name to an Anglo-Saxon type of name. Cut your hair and do all this stuff. Start wearing. I'm like, man, I'm not trying to be out here cooning for nobody. You guys don't understand. Like, I gotta be me. Now, if I'm being me, but unoffensive me, I'm talking about not going around yelling "fuck you" and all that. If I just got my hair braided, it's nothing wrong with braids. It's not gang attire. I can guarantee you, most gang members do not have braids. That's 100% fact. Most people in gangs, take all gang members, they do not have braids. Trust me, I'm telling you. And I'm talking about all gangs. Even if you just take only black gangs, because the reason I'm bringing up black gangs is because black people have the hair, you know, have kinky hair, which, you know, a lot of time people braid kinky hair. So it's easier to braid actually than straight hair. So anyway, it's not gang attire. Dreadlocks on gang attire. I had dreadlocks. I had an afro. People think that that's not civilized. I don't get that. We got different type of hair. Why can't I wear my hair the way it naturally is? You understand? It's like, that's why I didn't want to do that, because this dude was telling me to start cooning and shit like that. I'm not that dude. That's not me. I'm not going to sit there and change my name to try to sound like, I'm not going to change my name to John Brown, or not John Brown, like John Barney, you know, cut my hair, and just start cooning. That's just not me. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to be me. As long as you be you, and your you is not offensive to anybody, you should be fine. You should be able to get whatever job you want. Cornrows should be accepted in society, but it's not, because they only want people that's, you know, that looks Anglo to be, you know, to be prominent in society. I didn't like that though, but I'm one of the guys that's gonna fight, where I'm not gonna start cooning for nobody. So I mean, I wasn't looking, man. How did D like his trip to New York? Who's D? Oh, Darius. He said it was good. He enjoyed it. Am I going to be inviting anyone? I did invite people. See, this is shit I be talking about all the time. Everybody keep trying to tell me, and I'm not talking, Tech, I'm not talking about you. I'm not. You just said something that triggered the memory of somebody else doing something like that. You understand? So I'm not referring to you. You didn't do anything wrong. Don't get it twisted. I invited people, right? They didn't show up. People always keep telling me, just get Uber in there. Yo, why don't you get Cole up in there? Man, where Darius at? Motherfucker, I can't control them. I send them an invite, and if they want to show up, they show up. You understand? That's the case that it is. Like I said, Knack Attack, this ain't no attack on you or whatever, because you didn't do anything wrong. But I'm just bringing this up for people that keep telling me, oh, now go ahead and do this. Okay, now do this. Motherfucker, I can't control these people. They be trying to give me advice on something they don't even know about. They're like, just do your videos like this. Motherfucker, if I could, I would. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm doing. You trying to tell me how to do what I need to do. I know what I'm doing, man. Stop all that. You know what I'm saying? Please stop that. Okay, we cook good pepper steak at my house. Man, you don't know about no good pepper steak. You in Cali, man. Now, they might have decent pepper steak, but the real good pepper steak, you got to come out here, man. Was it good as when you met Uber Black Man? What you mean? Here's the problem with, and I told people before, and the only reason I said anything was a year after, I think it was like a year or maybe 2 years after what transpired with Uber Black Man and MangaMiyn. I went out there and I had fun with Uber Black Man and MangaMiyn. It was decent. We had a good time. Not only that, I paid for Uber Black Man's gas. I put money on his gas. You know, here you go, $20 for your gas. You know, I wouldn't have never said this if he hadn't said anything else. Because I usually don't talk about people like that. And I actually fed him. I gave him some food, whatever. We paid for the parking. You know, I took care of him. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I went out there. I helped out, chipped in. When we went and got this ride, right? I put most of the money up, and I don't have any money. But when it was me and Margarita Z and Uber Black Man was there, they know I take care of people. You know, I do what I can. You know, I do what I can. You understand? That's the type of person I am. I looked out for both of them. You know what I'm saying? I did what I could for both of them. You know, what I could. You know, we together. Then we get back, you know, home and found out this dude talking shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know Uber talks shit. So, you know, Uber Black Man, I know he talks shit. Or what's his name? Samurai Black. I know he talks shit. And I'm used to that. But I'm like, man, you ain't had to do that. Like, you ain't had to do it like that when I was you ain't had to do it like that where I'm looking out for you and then you still go ahead and start, you know, start talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't work. That's fake to me in my book. That's why I had a little conflict, you know what I'm saying, with him. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got your comments, that's cool, but damn, don't do that when I just helped you out. You know what I'm saying? Don't help. I'm helping you out, and you gonna do that? Yeah, you know, I didn't respect that. Okay. Damn, hold on. I lost my spot. I'm gonna try to hurry up and run through these as fast as I can. So now I'm gonna hurry up. Cause damn, what happened? Okay, shit, what happened? I'm looking through these comments. Okay, here we go. So that's what happened with Margarita Z. Margarita Z said a couple things, but we pieced it up. He didn't say much, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't really have a problem with Margarita Z. I mean, it was a little irritating, but I'm like, man, I brought y'all out there, man, and we can't be, you know. I said, and we while we was out there, we said what happens in DC stays in DC. We all said that. And the moment I get bad motherfuckers talking about me, that's what I had a problem with. I ain't gonna lie, I had a problem with that. Okay, I like liquor or wine more. Beer tastes like piss. Yes, it does. Philly struggle. Yeah, I'm still struggling. I'm trying to get up out this struggle, man. I've been fighting hard as hell. This stuff ain't working out right. Yo, I'm riding over the Ben Franklin Bridge on a bike like this. I told y'all my bike is broken. I'm riding like this because the back wheel is wobbling and it's messed up. So I had to turn the front wheel like this in order to ride straight. So I'm riding like this with the brakes engaged because the wheel is messed up. I find the iPod. And you know what I do? I take it back to the Apple store and they return it to the owner. I found a book, an expensive wallpaper book. Not a little flip pen, but this book was huge, right? I rescued it, called the people up. They said they would send somebody out there to pick it up in 2 days. I wait 2 days. They still didn't. I was calling them back and forth, trying to stay in contact with them and help them get this book back. And it took them over a week to get it. The shit was just sitting out there bothering me. So I went through all that with them for over a week in order to make sure they got their stuff back. And I was saying to myself, I said, damn. I said, I'm doing the right fucking thing. And I'm looking at everybody else. And then, you know, motherfuckers cold pieces of shit. And they doing all right. I was like, man, I said, boy, my life fucked up. Okay. Bleach Fanatic. Bleach Fanatic's a troll. Ain't much to say about him. What the fuck? $40 cab. That's exactly what I was saying. When we was at the dinner table and I was talking to Uber, I said, man, I just spent $40 on a fucking cab, a 5-minute ride, man. Y'all can help a nigga out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to tell him. Help a nigga out. $40 on a cab. Come on, man. You want me to pay $17, almost $20 for 5 pieces of beef? Shit, that almost started a damn beef. Like I said, like I don't have a problem with that. But what I'm saying is, being that I had lack of funds and that I had to pay expenses that I didn't plan on, and the fact that I could be stranded and I'm already in the place that I'm not, you know, I'm visiting a place. I'm not, it's not like I live down the street. You know what I'm saying? If I lived down the street, I'd have spent that and be like, boom, there you go. I know I can make it back home and not be stranded. Why didn't you guys walk? You couldn't walk over the bridge, man. If that was the case, I would have walked. Trust me. And then on top of that, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. No, it was past 1 o'clock in the morning. It was 2 something in the morning, like 2:30 in the morning, something like that. Cause we got back to the hotel like 2:45. It's like 2:30 in the morning. How dare you? How dare you compare Stoop to Bleach Fanatic? I don't know who Stoop is. Okay, walk, man. You gotta walk. Look, motherfucker. If I could have walked, don't you think I would have walked? The toll costs money, and cab drivers love to charge niggas. What toll? I ain't see him pay any toll. Let me see. I ain't see no toll paid. We didn't stop at any toll. Not that I can remember. But to be honest, the toll ain't no $40. Still. Even if he did pay a toll, it wasn't no $40. Oh, no. Did he have to pay a toll? Oh, no. He didn't pay a toll on the way there. He might have had to pay a toll on the way back. But it wasn't no $40. Guarantee you that. Toll might have been $5. He charged me $40. He better stop playing. Okay, join the J room. Crazy man, join the J. I don't talk about. Okay, you should have told the cabbie to take $20 and count his blessings. No, because if he would did that, I wouldn't have made it back to the cab, and I'm not spending the night on the streets. That's why I had to do it. I had no choice. You didn't. Why didn't you just ride your fresh Philly bike like you were at Soccer Matrimony? I didn't have a bike at Soccer Matrimony. I thought about bringing the bike, but I didn't. And obviously, I didn't have the bike now. My body used to about 6 or 7 hours of sleep. I can go off of, like, if I had to, I wake up in 4 hours. I don't want to. If I wake up in 3 hours, I'll be a zombie, man. That'd kill me. 4 hours, I'm sleepy. 5 hours, I'm good. I can get up off of 5 hours and work like at full capacity. Okay, 6 hours, I'm definitely good. Milk bone toast. Okay, I feel you, man. I get the same shit with my friend. I don't know what you're talking about because I can't remember because I was talking about that a while back. But I ain't counting. Okay, I would have helped you out, man, if only I can get a flight to NYC. Thanks, man. Then the Popo got means ski kicking for some fresh dreads. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Bankai should have put a video up. Should have put what video? Times Square, yeah, okay. Town Square is where Milkbone be at. Yup, that's where it is. Is it a job? Man, message me. I don't know what you're talking about. Is it a job? I don't know what you're talking about. Soft press, because I'm reading all the comments from the past. Like, I'm reading in the past. Soft Pretzels got to get some cheese on that. Yup. I feel you mean the video was out of context. No, it wasn't. The video was deceiving in the fact that it didn't tell the whole setup of the situation. You didn't hear all the nuances. All you see is the video. That's sort of like that video where that girl was walking around. She said she was getting harassed, right? Everybody kept saying, oh, it's only black people doing it. I kept seeing the J room, right? The girl in the video said it was everybody doing it, right? But this is the problem. When the dude edited the video, he purposely only played black folks doing it. You understand? And he put out an apology and said that was an accident. He said it was plenty of different people in the videos. He said for some strange, this was his excuse. He said for some strange reason, he said every time there was a white guy, he said it was off camera or they was behind a pole or something. Get the fuck out of here. Stop lying like a motherfucker, man. You know you edited that video to make it look like that. Stop playing with me. Okay. So the video showed what it showed, but it didn't. You don't see all the nuances that's involved, ahead of time. You just see what's displayed. And sometimes when you don't have enough information, you come to a conclusion that might not be, the right conclusion. How much money did you bring? I already said how much money I brought. Most novel readers disagree. They are physiological novel, physiological, philosophical. My brain is messing up. philosophical novels, how would you add pictures to a book like that? Well, it depends on like you got a great point, but that's like it depends on different types of, like you said philosophical novels. That's different. You understand? It's like I'm not saying clear across the board everything gonna work. You didn't say, oh, what Cole said. Cole said anytime you take a book and you take pictures out and you add words into the, or a dialogue to replace the words, it'll make the book better. Not necessarily. You bringing up it could be nothing's absolute. You bringing up a good point, but that works for that type of novel. You understand? Like if you're working with, like you're saying, something philosophical, that means everybody got to come up with their own philosophy or come up with their own outcome. And if you got the pictures there, that wouldn't allow them to do that. They would go by what you put. But it might be ways where you could draw pictures and still get that off. Uber with the hammer. I don't know what he talking. Oh yeah, he had the hammer on him. He had the 45 in his damn in right above his back, like right here. Had the hammer on him. Okay, milk bone toast. Damn, that's got to stick. Oh damn, that's going to stick. Oh, he's saying with the name is going to stick. It already did stick. It's stuck. Fully strapped. Yeah, he was strapped like a motherfucker. Okay, all Mean wanted was some damn croutons, but Uber just Corey trying to flex like always. I don't know who this dude is. This dude and YouTube Anime Community History Channel. He might be Bleach Fanatic. Wait, that bowl wasn't for the group. That shit was huge. Yeah, exactly. That bowl wasn't no joke. Okay, hey, are you talking about Lil B? He got that money. I don't know who Lil B is. Okay, man got bamboozled by. Yup, I sure did. Should have just went to a Chinese food joint and just ate like kings. You wouldn't eat like a king. You could eat as much as a king, but at the same time, you would be eating crap. $35 for only two. Yeah, exactly, 2 strips. Jotun don't know the struggle. Well, in the case of that, Jotun lives in New York, so he didn't have to pay for he doesn't have to pay for what am I trying to say, he ain't got to pay for no cabs. He ain't got to pay, or if he does pay for a cab, he's still in the city, so it's not gonna be much. He ain't got to pay for no hotel, none of that stuff. So in Uber, like they was talking to me, bring this amount of money. And the reason I bring up Uber is because Uber lives in Newark. So it's not that far for him either. It's a train ride real quick and bang, bang, boom, boom. So for them, the only thing they had to bring was money for food and travel. That's it. Enough money to make it back, enough money to, go into the restaurants and hit the movie. That's it. That's all the money I had to bring. I had to bring extra money. I had the money, to get up there in the first place. She was a lot different, coming from where I was coming from. Okay. Oh, man, I got to tell y'all, man. This morning, right, I got my book bag sitting right here, right? And I got these clothes sitting over top of this thing, right? And it looks like a head. And it was kind of dark, like as you can see, like I got the light shine directly on me now, so it looks like it's light in here. But I got usually because of my eyes, I got the light all the way in the corner. I'm turning around like this in my seat, and I see somebody sitting on my damn bitch. Scared the shit out of me, man. I was so scared, man. It wasn't even funny. Because I knew I was the only person in here. I'm turning around and look. I said, somebody else is in here, right? Because I see out the corner of my eye, it looked like somebody just sitting there like this. I was like, somebody else is in here. And I look, I go, boom, boom. And I go like this. And I said, oh, this is my book bag. Like, I got to move it. Like, literally, I'm seriously going to move it because I'm scared that I'm going to look at it again and think it's somebody in here with me. I really was. I was scared as hell. Like, my heart was pounding out my damn chest. I said, somebody's in here. Where's my strap? That's what I was looking. I was like, where's the hammer at, man? I was looking for my shit. An $8 drink, me cashing out. $8 drink for me is cashing out. For them, I seen, look, we was at that joint, and they would order about 3 or 4 drinks. I ordered that one and I was done. You know, the struggle is real when all you do is count the prices while you eat, while everyone else is enjoying themselves. I actually said that, and to be honest, that shit does get to me sometimes. That get to anybody, because I keep looking at I go to the menu, I look at the prices, then I find out what I can eat. I'm like, okay, okay, what is that? You know what I'm saying? I look at the price. Oh, $5. What is it? Okay, some soup. All right, soup. Now look at everything else. Everything else was over $10. I said, okay, I'm just having soup today. You know what I'm saying? That's how I went. You know, that shit does get irritating. Sometimes I just want to just eat. Sometimes I just want to go somewhere and just do stuff. Which is the reason why I went there in the first place. Sometimes you just want to just have fun. God damn, you don't want to have to worry about everything all the time. Shoot, hopefully I win the lottery. Be like the damn lottery ticket. I wouldn't tell a goddamn soul. You want real Chinese food? Try Philly Joe's down by Jackson Street. You know, the one with Little Tim's house. I think he made all that stuff up. $10 for a drink. Yup, $10 for a drink. I ain't worried about beefing that. Don't even worry about it. I know the struggle, man. You should pay for what you eat. That's what. No. Crazy man is right. If we all go out, we can all pay for what we eat. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Or we can all just chip in, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the reason why we was going with the chip in method, you know, everybody chip in, which I don't see any problem with. But once you get beat down to your goddamn socks, I'm like, okay, can I just hold my own weight? It says, you know, instead of looking out there, can I just hold my own? You know what I'm saying? We paid over $250 for all you to eat sushi. I think it was $10 or $12 of us, 10 or 12 of us, so we each paid 25 or 27. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that. Excuse me, sir. Stoop was scared Bleach Fanatic out of. Stoop has scared Bleach Fanatic out of the community. Did you not see this coming out? Not see this coming out of it? I don't know what he's talking about. Don't really care. Yup, all you can eat. That's what we should have went. Soccer matrimony. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, I'm trying to hurry up and get to these comments. Once I get down to the end of it, I'll be done. You should have separate bills. It depends. Like I said, we can all split it, but when you get beat down to your goddamn socks, man, you not even. I wasn't. This is the thing. I would chip in. I wasn't even in position to chip in if I wanted to, and I wanted to, but I couldn't. Even though I wanted to, I couldn't. Me should try to go into modeling. Maybe I should. What about the Edo Winslows? I don't know about them. The Infinite Whack'em Sack'em. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, I'm gonna skip through some of these. Beat down to his goddamn socks. Exactly, I was beat down to my goddamn socks. Shot your spelling of teriyaki is okay. I'm skipping through a lot of these things. Okay, hey, is it really cold over there in the East Coast? It's really hot over here. I wish it was hot, man. I like the summer, man. People keep telling me I like the winter time because I can just throw on the jacket and be fine. When it's summertime, I sweat. To me, I be looking at them like, really? You crying just because you sweat? Like that's what they said. That's their main gripe about the summer. It's hot and you start sweating. Yeah, and it's cold, you start shivering. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, here, check this out. In the summer, it gets hot. And you might be irritable, like, you know, because it could be uncomfortable a little bit, you know, and you start sweating. Those are pretty much your two concerns in summer. You understand? And you got to stay hydrated. Those three things. But you can do almost anything you want to. Go out running, go out biking, go out playing with your friends, hiking, you know, camping, all that. You can do all that in the summertime. Go to the beach, go swimming. You can do almost anything you want in the summertime. In the wintertime, what's happening? You get cooped up in the house. You ain't gonna be out there weathering that storm all the time. And not only that, this is what you gotta do in the wintertime. Like they keep failing to mention. You shiver, more people die from the cold. Way more people die from the cold than the heat. Like one guy told me, you can get a stroke. Well, shit, how many strokes you ever got? None. Okay, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So you can die a lot easier, more easily from the cold than you can from the heat. Okay, that's one. That's another thing. Um, being cold is uncomfortable. Is even more so uncomfortable than being hot. Be out there without a jacket. Now you gotta walk around all the time in the wintertime with a jacket on, a coat on, layered up, and all that kind of stuff. You can't do what you want to do. Every time you go somewhere, you gotta bundle up and all that kind of stuff. Like in the summertime, I just walk right out the house. In the wintertime, I gotta put this on, 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 put this on. And if it's cold in your house, it's even worse. Try taking a cold shower in the wintertime, man. It's even worse, man. Man, I'm telling you, that's crazy. Then on top of that, not only do you have to deal with that, you gotta deal with the snow. So you gotta march through snow and it take long to get to places. You gotta drive in snow, you sliding around on you black ice and all that stuff would kill you. Then on top of that, freezing rain, and then you walk on sheets of ice and then you fall and you could hurt yourself falling. How many times you slip in the wintertime on that snow? Come on, man. It ain't even comparable to me. I got to deal with snow, blizzards, and when that blizzard hits you, the ice coming, it feels like little shards of glass hitting you. All that stuff in the wintertime. In the summertime, okay, it's hot and you sweat. Okay. Big whoop-de-doo, I'm sweating. That's the main thing. One dude said, he said, I can put on enough stuff and I'll be all right, but in the summertime, I can't take off enough stuff to get cool. Okay, yeah, and you can't do nothing either. Sometimes you do whatever you want. You're going to be hot, but you can do whatever you want. Okay, I'm flipping through this stuff. I can't sit on this stuff for too long. Okay, mother suckers. What the hell? They have dollar slice spots all over. Yeah, for pizza. That's not where we went though. I was rolling with the boys, man. I'm eating with the boys. Okay, let's see. Let me see. I'm trying to look through these comments real quick. Okay, there we go. They coming too quick. Okay, where's double four? I don't know. Shit, I ain't worried about Dick for anime. 100x100 or 100. That's good. 100 is good. They just keep taking too many breaks. Okay, that's pretty much it. Go ahead and leave comments, like the video, and subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. And you got the power to change that.